I've just been reading a book called The Big Leap, and Gay Hendricks. Don't know if you've heard of his name, but fantastic. And he's got this fabulous quote, and I'd love to share it with you. It is called, "If you are human, you have a calling to live your genius." And when it comes to communication, and I'm so passionate about this, it's like, what is possible when you can tap into your communication genius zone more specifically. So hi, I'm Kim, I'm from Ultimate Speaker, and just coming to you with a brand new tool which I'm going to share with you very shortly that I've developed over COVID, and I want to gift this to you. But to begin with, let's just recap and share with you some things around this. So 2020, we know, has been an incredibly changed and changing year. There's been so much in the way of topsy-turvy and uncertainty. Things haven't gone as planned, and you know, there's been all of this stuff happening, and yet there's been so much possibility, and it's about how we embrace that possibility. And one client actually shared with me, beautiful, beautiful client, she's amazing. She's professional, has her own business, and she came to me because she was really struggling with, how do I promote myself? How do I get out there? Because she'd been told by a number of people, you know, specialists in their fields, of course, but she was not feeling aligned with what they were sharing. And so it was really important for her to find out, well, what can I do to change this? Because I have to market my business, I need to talk to people, potential clients. How do I do this so that it feels aligned? And I remember her words being, I don't want to feel drained anymore. I want to thrive in my communication. I want to be able to have these conversations and feel really good. And the reason why she was like this is she hadn't tapped into her communication genius zone. And so when we actually worked together, it was such a beautiful thing to watch her progress. You know, she shared with me after we had done the work is that she felt authentic, she felt real, she felt like she could go out and do it in her own natural way. She didn't have to be somebody else. It was like she had given herself permission to be who she is as a communicator. Isn't that a beautiful thing? That's so beautiful. So I love that. And when we worked together, it was about moving. What was her direction? What was the direction she needed to move in order to do that on every level around her marketing, her promoting, speaking to people, networking. So those were the key things that came through for her. And you know, she's an amazing client. She's doing extremely beautiful work, and which I know you guys are as well. I know whoever's listening to this, I know you are as well. We are specialists in our fields, aren't we? I mean, we have we have skills and things that people need, and with so much topsy-turvy going on in the world right now, your message is needed. Your message is needed right now. It's about change in the world, just like this wonderful client. It's about creating that change and making a difference. And I was shocked by the fact that the stats said that there are like 100 million people that have gone into poverty with COVID. And those numbers and the stats are actually increasing every day. So that shocks me. But it comes back to, and this is what I'm so passionate about, is that when you can communicate your message effectively and feel really natural and aligned in the way you do that, then you can move towards something that's going to be making a difference to getting your message out there, because your communication is everything. Communication is everything. We can have all the skills in the world, the number of degrees in the world. We can have all of this knowledge and knowing. And yet, if we can't communicate our message out into the world, we don't have anything. It falls on deaf ears. We don't reach people if we don't know how to get our message out. And it's not about doing it in somebody else's eyes of how it should be done. It's about drawing out what your natural style is, what your communication is in your natural way, helping you to feel authentic and real. So what I'd love to do is just ask you a few questions before I share with you how you can get this gift that I've developed. what I'd love you to do is to pick up a piece of, get a pen and a piece of paper and jot down these questions. Just feel into, trust the first answer that comes to mind of where you feel you are at with your communication. And the first question is, where would you like to thrive in your communication, in your speaking skills, in your public speaking? Where do you want to thrive? Where do you feel that that would be your dream, your goal to do in relation to working, your business, socially, whatever you choose it to be? Where would you like to thrive? And the second question is, in what areas do you feel you're out of integrity with your communication? Now that can be all areas of communication. It could be the way you structure your message, the way you create your keynotes, the way you are networking, the way you're speaking to your teams, the way that you socialize. I mean, think of this, we've got Christmas coming up, dare I say it, we've got Christmas coming up, and it's like, there's a lot of socializing, and that can really, set the wind up some people to actually be talking in those really personal situations. So where do you feel that you're out of integrity when it comes to your communication? And the third question, which is a little similar to the second, but it's different because it comes back to alignment and congruency, and it's where would you like to feel more congruent? So if you're feeling into that, choosing different words, different areas, what are the insights specifically? Where else would you like to feel more aligned and congruent? So let's be honest with this. These are to get you thinking about this, because unless we review where we're at, and where we want to go, how do we know where the gaps are of what needs to be accomplished, what needs to be done? So when we're, and the thing is, when we're wanting to have impact, when we're wanting to have influence, it's so important to know how to do that in your natural way, so it's coming across in your own natural way. So the gift, and look, if you want to share with me what you've actually uncovered there, send it through to me. I'd love to have a look. Now the gift that I would love to share with you is, and this is the tool that I've developed over the COVID time when we're all in lockdown, is the ultimate communication archetypes. Now if you're anything like the clients that I've worked with, and certainly myself as well, you've spent a truckload of time and energy and money in areas that have felt misaligned, may have missed the cues of connection, may have just wasted time and energy getting it out because it just didn't work for you, okay? It's not a one box fits all, and I think this is where a lot of people think when they're promoting these things, it's we just need to do it one way. No, it's about discovering who you are as a communicator, what is your natural way of doing this in your realness, so that you don't, like my beautiful client, she said, I don't feel drained anymore. I can go out and market my business and promote it because it feels natural. I'm in my power. I feel empowered. That's the key. And the thing is, when we can stop wasting time, money, energy, and eliminate, most of, at least 80% of what we're doing that's not hitting the mark the way we want it to, think of the time you're going to save to do the things that you love. I know I love that. If you're anything like me, you value your time, and so this is why it's so important. So what I'm doing is, this tool, it's a profile tool, doesn't take more than 10 minutes to complete, and you will uncover your top 3 communication archetypes. We will have a conversation afterwards, after you've done the profiling tool. We'll discuss your results. So I'll be able to talk with you. What are your top communication archetypes? What is your natural style of getting out? Where do you thrive? What are your strengths? Where do you shine as a communicator? And what are the blocks and the challenges that can come up so it can throw light? It's a starting off point for you to get really clear on who you are as a communicator. And I would love to share this with you. So if you're resonating with this and you feel like this is something you really want to have, and as I say, this is a gift, it's complimentary, so is the 20-minute conversation that we have afterwards, then let's book it in right now. I've got the link on the page below, or if you prefer, if you've got questions, private message me. I'm very happy to have a chat with you. We can arrange the time to talk. But what you'll do is you'll book in your spot, and then I'll send you the profile tool so you can complete it, and then we'll talk on the day that you've arranged to arranged in the calendar. So that's beautiful, and really looking forward to connecting with you. I'd love to be able to help you with this, because as I said before, communication is everything. Your message is needed in the world. Your message is really needed in the world. And to remind you of Gay Hendricks' quote, I've just written it down here: if you are human, you have a calling to live your genius. So what is your communication genius? Look forward to chatting soon. Look forward to connecting with you.